So, what is a morgue file? Well, it's a record, a museum, if you like, of your ideas and inspirations, things that you looked at and said, oh, that's interesting. I'd like to remember that. Some people like to keep a morgue file in a visual format. In the old days, we used to keep it in a file drawer, and we'd have a whole folder system full of all kinds of references, magazine articles, pieces of cloth that we liked the texture of, or an advertisement that we liked the color of, all sorts of things like that. These days, it's much more common to do it digitally. And the most common in the world right now, morgue file system, is Pinterest. So here I have a Pinterest site that is my morgue file, and I've got links anytime I find something interesting, whether it's about video or writing or wood or sketching or graphic arts, whatever it is, I just quickly pin it, and then I've got a reference in my visual morgue file. I actually spend more time doing a digital morgue file as a textual format because I find it easier to search and find resources that way. But the visual one is also really useful for me to stumble upon new inspirations. It's a little more difficult for me to stumble upon new inspirations in the textual format. But my textual one, I use a service called Digo, which is a bookmarking service. Now, I don't use the built-in bookmarking system in the browser for this, for the reason that I can't tag something in more than one way in the browser. I can put it into a folder, but then it's stuck in that folder. One of the great things about having a morgue file in the digital format with Digo is that I can tag a link in multiple different ways. So I can tag a link that says this is about graphic design, but I can also tag it to say that it's about typography within graphic design. And I can tag it to say that it had really cool red images. And I'm going back all those different tags that I've used, and I've got over 300 that I use now, can help me find sites that had interesting things to me in the past based on things that I thought I might want to find again. So that's a way that I can quickly browse through things that I found interesting at one point and rediscover them as inspiration. So what do you want to use? Visual, textual, or some of both?